Conditional statements do form a crucial part of any programming language, which allows us to selectively execute a part of a code and omit the other part of a code based upon some result of execution. So, hello everyone, welcome. In this video we are going to learn and discuss about the various type of conditional statements available in C++ and how we can selectively execute a part of a code and omit the rest of the part of a code becomes because of a result which comes out of execution of a part. So before directly going to our code editor, we will understand why do we need actually the conditional statements with a flowchart or diagram. So in our screen we can move down and we can make a logic. So this will be the start of our code. So flowcharts are actually made like this to make the understanding of a code easier for every human being. So this is the start of our code. From here we will take an input. So we will take input of A, and so these are the two values which we are taking as input from the user. Now based upon the input from the user, we will do a processing on these values. So what we'll do, we will do the addition of A and B. Okay, now once this addition is done, we can now apply some sort of logic. So the logic here says that if the addition result is more than 50, you do something. If it is not more than 50, you do something else. So let us draw it and we can understand this. So this is a decision box. It is actually represented in modern programming. It is actually this decision kind of thing is actually represented with the help of a, you can say, diamond shaped box. But for this application, it does not provide the provision of doing a diamond shaped box. So I'm explaining in rectangle only. So if the summation is greater than 100, okay, if this is true, then you do something. If it is not, you do something else, and ultimately you stop, okay, after doing that thing. So if I draw the arrow diagram by completing this, so the start of the code, what we have to do, we have to take the values of A and B as input from the user, then we have to add it, and obviously we have to store it somewhere. So we can say sum equal to capital A plus B. So sum equal to capital A plus B. So we are adding the two values and we are storing in the sum variable. Okay, now once that is done, if the summation result is greater than 100, if it is true, then I will do this. Suppose I print number more than 100, and if this condition is false, actually it's better to do this from this way, and if the summation is less than 100, you can simply print the number is less. Okay, so these are the two logic which you can implement with the help of the conditional operators. Okay, so what is actually happening here? We are conditionally executing a part of a code. So at the start of a code, we are taking the values as input from the user. We are calculating the sum. Now if this sum is greater than 100, we are printing that the number is greater than 100, and if it is not, then the number is less than 100, and we are executing a selectively part of the code, because the number more than 100 and less than 100 result cannot be same at both the time, right? So when this bottom part is getting executed, the upper part is omitted, and when the upper part is getting executed, the bottom part is omitted. So in this way we are selectively executing our code. So how can we implement this in C++? Let's go and to our code editor and we can see that. So we will achieve the same functionality in our code editor with C++. So let's move into our code editor. Yeah, so we are in our code editor. This is the code which we have done previously. Let's remove everything. So as per our flowchart, the first thing was to declare two variables, int a and b. Okay, now we will ask the value of a and b from the user. Enter the value of a and b. So this is the prompt which accepts the value of a and b from the user. These things are repetitive, so I'm not explaining. However, I understand that you can understand this very clearly. Okay, so we are taking the input from user. Now our next objective is to calculate the sum of this a and b, and we are storing it in the sum variable. Now here comes the place where we are applying the conditional statements in C++. So to achieve this functionality of conditional statements or selectively executing the code, we use the if and else. So we will simply write if. Here inside the parenthesis we will write the condition. So if a sum is greater than 100, then we will do this, else we will do this. Okay, so if our sum is greater than 100, we will simply say yes, the sum is greater than 100, and if it is not, we will simply print sum is less than 100. So this is what we are trying to implement as per the flowchart. So our code is done. Let's execute it and understand it in a better way. So here you can see it is asking us for the value of a and b from the user. So let us give the value of a and b as 50 and 40. We know 50 and 40 comes up to 90. So the sum is less than 100. Yes, that's true. Simply again we will run it. We will now enter a value which is greater than 100. So sum should be greater than 100. So 99 plus say 4. So yes, it's saying that the sum is greater than 100. So when this top part if block is executed, the else part is omitted. When the else block is getting executed, the if part is omitted. Now this was about the if-else statement. Now this if-else statement is actually allowing us for executing a range of values, right? So when the sum is greater than 100, it can be 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that may be the necessity where you want to directly compare the value, that whether the sum is exactly equal to 1, exactly equal to 2, exactly equal to 7, like this. So for that, there is another provision or another conditional statement which C++ provides, that is our switch case. Okay, now let us take another example for understanding the switch case. So let us go to our eraser.io. This is the flowchart which we just implemented. I will keep it as it is, but here I will do another flowchart. Okay, so here this will be the start of our code. Okay, now our purpose in this is the user will enter a day number and it will print the corresponding day of the week, as simple as that. So we will take input of the day number from the user. Okay, take input of day number from the user. Okay, now we already know that there are 7 days in a week. Okay, so we'll write 7 conditions over here. If day equal to 1, if the day is equal to 1, then it's Monday. Okay, if the day is equal to 2, it is Tuesday. If the day is equal to 3, it is Wednesday. Sorry, yeah, it's Wednesday. If the day is equal to 4, it's Thursday, and like this you can understand, right? So it will be Saturday, Sunday respectively. So this is also an example where you can use the switch case effectively, where you are directly comparing the value to a constant value. Now if is essential when we do not actually know the result falls in a range. But in calculating the weekdays or things like that, there is a comparison between the constant values, right? So if it is day 1, then it's 100% Monday, right? So if it is day 2, it is 100% Tuesday, right? If it is day 3, it is 100% Wednesday, and if it is 4, it is Thursday, right? So these are the values which are always constant, so there is no possibility of getting a range over here, right? So these things or stuffs like this can be handled with the use of switch case. So let us now go to our code editor and we will implement the same program in detail so that we can understand it very well. So let's go to our code editor now. So here in our code editor, we will remove everything and we'll take input of a day number from the user. So let's write it day number. So cout enter day number. So it will ask for the day number from the user. So we'll store it day number. Now here comes the place where we'll implement the conditional execution. So we'll simply write switch, okay, and the variable name whose value we are comparing, so the day number, okay, switch day number. So what are the cases which can get? That is day 1, then Monday day 2, then Tuesday day 3, then Wednesday, like this. So we can simply write case 1. This is directly a constant value. So what we will write? Cout days Monday. Okay. Now once the case ends, you have to obviously write break. Okay. Otherwise it will create an issue of fall through. What is fall through? I will explain it just now after completing this code. So let's do the necessary things. So cout Tuesday. So let's copy paste stuffs, or let me even allow my AI to complete the rest of the part. So break, right? Okay. Right. So thank you AI. Let's now stop it. Yeah. So as you can see, we have taken the day number as input and we have compared it directly with the values. So if my day number is equal to 1, I will print Monday using cout. If my day number is 2, I will print Tuesday. If my day number is 3, I will print Wednesday. If my day number is 4, Thursday, and like this the things continues. Now here we can say interestingly a default block is present. Now what is the necessity of default block? Default block is used to handle the cases which are not mentioned in this price. Means if my input is more than 7, now since there are 7 days in a week and the days cannot be more than 7, but maybe because of some error or something like that, the user has entered some greater value than 7. So that case has also to be handled, because for being an efficient programmer, you have to handle all the edge cases. So for handling stuff like that, we use a default case, so which will print invalid day. Let's run and test it. We can understand it from that place as well. So it is asking us for entering the day number. Suppose the day number is 4 and currently we are getting it as Thursday. So let us enter another day which is 1. It is Monday. Again let us enter say 7. We are expected to get Sunday and we are getting like that. But now my intention is to check the default block when the default block gets executed. Now once you enter a value which is more than 7, say 10, it will say invalid day. Now in this case the default block gets executed. So it is important to place a default block to handle the edge cases, but yes, it is optional as well. Now let us understand what is the phenomena of fall through. What is fall through? Let us now remove this break statement after this 6. Okay, now what will happen is when a break statement is missed after a case, say 6. Now when I enter a 6, you can see we are getting Sunday and Saturday as output. Now what is happening here is, once this case 6 matching case is found, now since there is no break statement, all the cases below that matching case will get executed until a break statement is encountered. Now if there was no break statement here as well, the invalidate would also have been printed. So fall through is a phenomena which happens that when there is a matching case found and there is no break in that particular case or break statement in that particular case, then all the cases below the matching case will get executed until a break statement is encountered. So this is the phenomena of fall through which we have to understand. So this was about handling the conditional statements in C++ using if and switch case. Now there can be modifications of if and switch case, which is quite obviously we can use nested switch also. We can use if else, which is the nested if else statements. We will see them as we progress in this course slowly and steadily. So that's all in this video. I will see you in the next video where we will understand about loops in C++. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.